All programs during execution may land in a situation which is not normal and may denote an error condition. Programmers are supposed to make sure that they handle these error conditions gracefully and don't make their programs crash. JavaScript provides an exception-based mechanism so that when a code runs into problems, it can raise an exception. A caller or client can handle that exception or error by what we call as catching it. Let's take an example. Consider this sum function that we wrote earlier. This function assumes that whatever arguments are passed to it are numbers. But what if the caller to this function passes an argument that is not a number? Let's try to find the sum of 1, 2 and the string s. And of course, our function first added up the numbers 1 and 2 to get 3 and then appended 3 with the string s. Alright? And we would like to protect our function from such invalid arguments. So in the callback function, before returning the added value, we can check if the current element is not a number. So we can use JavaScript function isNaN. Nan in floating point system represents not a number. So isNaN will tell us whether the passed argument is not a number, returning a Boolean value. So we check if the current item is not a number, that is, it is a valid number. Then we return previous plus current. Otherwise, we throw an error or exception saying that non-numeric argument. And we can append the value of the argument just in case if the client wants to see which argument was incorrect. So let's call it with a few values. And as you can see, if we pass a wrong argument, we get an error. JavaScript also allows the user to handle the error. For example, let's say we have a function test. And inside this, we are calling the sum function. And after this call, we do something else. So for ease, let's just log a message. Now, because we are passing an incorrect argument to the sum function, it will give an error. And when that happens, the program crashes and stops execution from the point an error is raised. That's why you don't see this message getting logged on the console, because this code was never executed. But if we want to handle the error gracefully, we can catch this error and do something with it. Or maybe just log it or alert the user. So we can say, try to find the sum of these arguments and catch any error that may occur. And in the catch block, we just log the error for now. Now, if you run the test method, you can see that the error is raised, but it has been handled by the catch block of code, which is just logging the error. So now the program will continue to execute normally. So this log statement will also get executed. So you can use try catch statement if you don't want your program to end abruptly in case there are errors.